If I told you that that MG you once associated with compact cars and stylish EVs has just built a full-size, dual-cab, 4x4 pickup capable of challenging the long-established giants, you might raise an eyebrow. But if I told you it's powered by a brand new 2.5-liter turbo diesel engine designed to tow, haul, crawl, and conquer terrain with the confidence you didn't expect from this badge, then you might want to stay with me until the very end. Because what I discovered with the 2026 MG U9 is more than just a new truck entering a crowded segment, it's a statement, a challenge, and maybe even a turning point. So settle in. This is the MG U9. And this review might just change the way you look at MG forever. When you first approach the MG U9, it doesn't feel hesitant, experimental, or like a half step into unfamiliar territory. It feels intentional, wide, assertive, and grounded with a stance that immediately communicates purpose. MG didn't simply stretch one of its SUV platforms or recycle an existing chassis. The U9 looks like it was built from the ground up to be a real dual cab 4x4 contender. The squared wheel arches, the imposing grille carved with a bold MG emblem, and the layered LED lighting signature give the truck a presence hard to ignore. Walking around it, you sense the blend of modern design language and traditional pickup toughness. The shoulder line is tall and muscular, and the bed is generous. Not shy about its full-size classification, MG seems to have taken notes from the segment leaders but added a polished, contemporary touch, more sculpted metal, fewer unnecessary curves, and a visual clarity that says, I'm new, but I know what I'm here to do. Open the door and you're greeted by a cabin that surprises you. Not because it tries too hard, but because it strikes a balance between rugged practicality and quiet refinement. The dual-tone dashboard integrates a large infotainment screen that floats like a modern tablet yet doesn't overwhelm with clutter. The materials feel durable without being austere, and the seating position is high, commanding, and comfortable even before you start the engine. This is where you begin to realize that MG isn't just making a truck, they're attempting to redefine what a truck from them should feel like. Underneath the bonnet sits the heart of this machine, a 2.5-liter turbocharged diesel engine. On paper, it doesn't scream revolution, but once running, produces a deep, confident growl that feels entirely at home in a workhorse. MG claims improved torque distribution for both towing and climbing, and the promise alone sets the stage for what's to come. The moment you fire it up, the MG U9 tells you it's not aiming for gimmicks, it's aiming for legitimacy. And as we move into the deeper side of this review, you'll see exactly what I mean. The road test begins on tarmac, where most trucks spend the majority of their lives, whether we admit it or not. Here, the U9 shows surprising composure. The steering is weighty, enough to feel purposeful, but not so heavy that urban driving becomes a chore. Body roll is present, of course, as with any full-size pickup, but it's controlled. MG has tuned the suspension for a balance between load-carrying strength and day-to-day comfort. The 2.5-liter turbo diesel comes alive once you start feeding power. What impresses is not raw speed. This isn't built to outrun sports sedans, but rather the seamless delivery of torque. Whether you're merging onto a highway or climbing a long incline, the engine pulls with a steady confidence. The turbo spool is smooth, giving you usable torque early without the lag that plagues some pickups in this class. Once we leave the pavement, the U9 reveals its true intentions. Switch into 4 high, and the truck transitions confidently into gravel and dirt. Engage for low, and the character changes again, slower, more controlled, but overwhelmingly capable. The hill descent control is predictable. The underbody clearance gives you room to play with rocks and ruts, and the wheel articulation keeps the truck planted in places where a less capable chassis would already be begging for traction. MG clearly wants the U9 to be more than just a lifestyle truck. The chassis rigidity, the tuning of the suspension, the thoughtful drive modes, they all point to a manufacturer that took off-roading seriously. What's perhaps most surprising is how approachable it feels for new adventurers, yet still enjoyable for experienced off-roaders. The combination of mechanical strength and modern driver assistance technology makes the U9 an encouraging companion rather than a demanding one. Back on the road, cruising at highway speed, the cabin remains relatively quiet. The diesel clatter softens at cruising RPM, and the insulation keeps wind noise controlled. The seats support long-distance comfort, making the U9 feel like a truck built for both work and travel. It's the sort of dual nature, personality that modern truck buyers seek, capable enough for demanding jobs, yet civil enough for family trips. By the time the sun begins to set and the trail dust settles, you start realizing something important. MG didn't just build a truck for the sake of entering the market. They built a truck with something to prove, something bold, something that makes you reconsider what this brand is capable of. And if this is the direction MG is heading, the pickup segment just gained a serious new competitor.